Hello everyone, Daedon back again with episode 20, the big 2-0 of my blind long play let's play of 999, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. And we've just rescued Akane in the past, which might mean that she's not zero in the future, which means we may collapse into a time bubble. Or we may get eaten by strange galactic antibodies, or... come to think of it, there's a lot of things that tend to happen to people who divert the time stream in various media. But anyway, we're back. According to the flow, we might be getting near an end. In fact, we might be getting near the end. But there's still another ending that I haven't found, so we'll figure out how to get to that. But in the meantime, it'd be kind of cool if we made it to the true ending of this game on my 20th video. Just saying. So, continuing on. Oh, Aoi.
Akane!
I buried my face in his chest and cried again. I cried and cried and cried. The steady thump of his heart in my ear made me feel like I was home. Its beat was almost like a lullaby. I wrapped my arms around him as far as they would go and held him as tight as I could. Just to be there felt like a miracle. I hadn't felt the warmth of another human body in what had seemed like an eternity. I just wanted to stay there in his arms forever. But I couldn't. The moment I'd passed through the door, my bracelets had begun the countdown to death? Bracelet, perhaps? I leapt away from him and looked around. The door had already closed. I spotted the dead only a short distance away. It took me only a moment to get to and scan all the bracelets. Oh yeah, because she had multiple bracelets. It was the only way she got through the door. Okay, I remember that now. I left the ones Hongo had dropped on the scanner panel. That was it. I took a deep breath and looked around again. The huge detective who we'd call 7 in 9 years and Snake the blind boy were looking at me. They seemed to have been utterly stunned by my sudden appearance. Their eyes were wide and their mouths hung open.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Smart call.
If we don't book it, we might run into Hongo again.
Aoi was right. It was time we got moving. The mention of Hongo seemed to jar 7 and Snake out of their surprise, and they nodded. We took off running up the spiraling stairs to freedom. Whoosh. Time for more running. Back in Junpei vision. But if they can get us out of here, no wonder we're running so hard. My heart's beating so hard I can barely hear. God, I can't wait to breathe real air again. Huh? Is 7 talking?
Hey Junpei, can I ask you something?
What's up?
It's just an interesting tableau. And also, I'm pretty sure Lotus is about to go tumbling off the side there.
That door, the one with the 9 on it. Why'd it open?
Yeah, all 5 of us verified our numbers on the red. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 is 26. That makes our digital route 8. It shouldn't have opened.
That's not like you, Lotus. I thought you would have figured it out already.
Huh? Why?
Because you were the person who taught me about the idea of bases.
It's all about that base.
Bases?
Base.
Yeah. What are the 2 numbers in base 2?
0 and 1.
How about base 10?
That goes from 0 to 9, right?
Then how about base 16?
0 through F. After 9, it starts at A and goes from there. B, C, D, etc.
You're right. In other words, A in base 16 is 10 in base 10. B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, and so on.
So, what about it?
They're having a very calm and rational discussion while running up a long flight of stairs.
You don't get it? What if we keep going with that pattern? What if you go way past base 16 all the way to base 27?
Base 27?
Yeah.
Well, the numerical digits are the same. So, I guess you'd add alphabetical digits. E is 14, F is 15, G is 16.
Hey, it sounds like me during how many videos?
H is 17, I is 18, J is 19.
K is 20, L is 21, M is 22.
M is 23, O is 24, P is 25.
Yeah, and? What comes after that?
We just forgot the alphabet at that point.
Q.
Q.
26!
And what does that mean?
Wasn't a 9 on the door.
It was a Q. Okay, that's good. I like it. I mean, sure, it breaks all the other rules that we've had so far in this game, but I like it.
It was a Q! A fucking lowercase q!
Yep, that's pretty much it. I guess to put it another way, you could say that it was a 9 in base 10, but a Q in base 27.
Time for more running. As the players' heads explode. God, my thighs are killing me. Better than a thigh master. I swear, any moment now I'm gonna tear a muscle. I feel like every single cell of my body's dying for air. Oh hey! Damn, every breath I take is a chore now. I feel like my lungs are gonna burst. Maybe just a short rest. No, can't stop. Don't have time. Covering for modesty. Come on, legs. There can't be many more of these steps left. It's like me when I'm doing cardio. Let's run! Run! Like a bullet fired down a rifle barrel. Like a tornado cutting through a sea of clouds. Except upwards. I feel like we're running along the back of a giant coiled dragon. Finally! Yeah, well done, Seven. Snake, you're the only one left. Thank you.
Whew.
Hooey. Jesus, I can barely breathe. No, Junpei, no time to rest. Pull yourself together, you're almost there.
Alright, I'm gonna open it.
And let in the ocean water.
Yeah.
Yes, we're finally here.
Please do.
Ocean water? Sure, you look like a big heavy door, but you're the only thing standing between me and my freedom. Theoretically. But even more important than that, you're the only thing standing between me and Akane. You're gonna open, and you're gonna open now. Oh, well, that was easy. Ocean water! Or sunlight. Sunlight works too. Akane vision. I felt a hand on my shoulder. It was Aoi's. He gave it a small, reassuring squeeze. I was so happy I felt like I could melt. My heart was at peace, and not only because my brother and I were back together again, thanks to the huge detective, all 9 of us who had been kidnapped were finally able to escape from the gigantic. Way to break reality. You bastards. On the distant horizon, we could see the faint outline of the ship as it sank. It gave a thunderous roar as it finally slipped beneath the waves. Its last cry echoed out across the ocean, and then it was gone.
It's over.
Aoi whispered.
Yeah.
It was over. It was finally over. Or was it? Was it really? No, that was wrong. That wasn't it at all. I was sure of it. This wasn't the end. It was only the beginning. This was only a prologue to what would happen in 9 years. Yes, finally! Air! Gah! Damn, that sun is bright. I can barely see anything. Huh, I gotta admit, this doesn't look quite like... Wait.
No way.
You've gotta be shitting me.
What?
It can't be.
This is...
Well, yeah, you can't really... Wait. Oh. Nevada? Is it
It's
Nevada?
The building in the Nevada desert.
Yes, I was right. Ha ha ha! Called it. Suck it, game. Suck it. This is the building in the Nevada desert, yes.
the mock experiment building.
Oh my god. This whole time we were in building Q.
Yes. It was the only way you could really determine the sinking of the boat like that. Sure enough, that's a desert out there with mountains all around it. Hello there, sun. Hello! Boy, am I ever glad to see you. I don't think I've ever been so happy to see a sunrise. Then they all died of dehydration. Huh? Did I just hear something fall? Right, our bracelets. I guess I've never really got a good look at the underside of one of these. Let's see what's inside you. Just a little electronic chip, like an ATM card. That's it. There's nothing else. Nothing that even looks like a detonator. There was never a detonator to begin with. Figures. Oh, I mean, he doesn't know that. Could just be he's not familiar with it.
Akane.
Jumpy!
Hi. Heh. Guess I must be pretty crazy about the girl if I think I'm hearing her voice in the wind. Thought I clicked. I did click. That's where it ends? That? I mean, yes, there's still the one ending yet to have. But... And did she just vanish? I mean, I know that, Santa took her. And then they just left? This is interesting. Here, I'll go move this so that anyone who wants to read the names can. Or maybe they were saying that she was a psychic projection all the time? But I don't think a psychic projection could have a scannable object for a scanner. Huh. No, that's interesting. Bye, Ninth Man. Yeep. Whoa. Kid got beat up. Hi. Okay.
Are you okay?
Oh, come on. This is nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't look okay.
If he looks like that picture we saw, I agree. It was just before the end of elementary school. Jumpy and I were sitting next to each other on a small hill, looking down at the town as the sun slowly set.
How does it look then?
He was half serious and half joking. I thought about it for a minute first. Yeah.
Well, let's see.
Looks like you should probably go to the hospital. You're probably going to have hallucinations later in life.
It looks like you kissed a toad and got warts, but then they just kept growing and growing and growing.
Bee stings, perhaps? No.
What does that even mean?
Not with that tooth. I guess the tooth could just be he lost a tooth.
Oh, ow, 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 ow.
See? I told you you're not okay. You're too reckless. You can't beat 5 8th graders, Jumpy. That's crazy.
Well, as an elementary schooler, props to you, kid. For any kids watching it, tell an adult, don't try to take on 5 8th graders. Just saying.
Yeah, but I couldn't just stand there. I mean, don't you think so? I had to do something.
Look at the Nevada desert go past. Thankfully we had a car. For an SUV, this thing has a pretty smooth ride. And now we're in a car commercial. Sure was nice of someone to leave it for us just outside of the building, keys in the ignition and gas in the tank. Almost like it was a present, you know? Anyway, we jumped in, died from the immediate heat, and now here we are, screaming across the desert. Lotus is over there in the passenger seat, trying to tell us that we have no idea where we're going. Snake and Seven and I are all squeezed into the back seat here. I still can't believe we let her drive.
Woohoo! This is so fun! This is so awesome! Driving is so great when there's nothing around, and there's no speed limit.
And then we crashed and died.
Hey, Clover, watch those bumps, all right? This car jumps even a little, and I think I'm gonna get crushed to death.
Hey, shut it. I can't help if I'm big, all right? Suck it up.
Go, Clover, go!
Why don't you drive, Seven?
I'm a cop. I ain't gonna break the law.
He doesn't have an international license.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, but you could have sat in the passenger seat.
Oh, hell no. There's no way I'm giving this scene up. And Clover, there's no need to slow down. The car Santa and June are in should be somewhere down this road ahead of us.
How do you know?
Yeah, I saw some fresh tire tracks going out.
Oh, okay.
There's no doubt about it.
Good detective man.
Then we've got to hurry if we want to catch them, don't we?
Sure thing.
Oh, shit! God damn it, she doesn't have to drive so fast. Man, I didn't even think a car like this could go this fast. I'm sure throwing up a lot of dust. It was a couple hours after we'd run into the junior high students. They'd been hiding in the bushes on the back of one of the hills, drenching a kitten in gasoline. Dude! Dude! Not cool, dude. The moment we saw what they were doing, Jumpy ran up to them furious.
Hey! What the hell are you doing?
Then he jumped on them. He quickly scooped up the kitten and tossed it to me. I caught it and ran for the police station as fast as I could.
Help me! Officer, please! You have to come with me!
The policeman and I headed back to the hill. All we found was Jumpy, sprawled on the ground with a face covered in big swelling lumps.
You couldn't run away after you threw the kitty to me?
I asked him. He stuck his tongue out through the hole in his mouth where a tooth had fallen out.
Yeah, I guess I coulda.
Then why didn't you?
I didn't want to. I wanted to beat him up. Beat him up real good.
I had this sudden urge to kill.
Because of what they were doing to the kitty.
Yeah, that too, but I think they were the ones behind those murders our first semester. Remember?
Oh, yeah, that's a logical thought train.
Oh, you mean the bunnies?
Yeah, the bunnies.
He plucked some grass from the ground and tossed it into the wind.
They asked me what elementary school I was from, so I told them. And then they said they'd do the same thing to you that they did to the rabbits.
Wow. Okay, someone needs to, talk to these kids and maybe get a psych eval.
I couldn't forgive them for that, so I... Hey, there's still some stuff I don't get.
One thing. Of course, they probably don't know any more than I do.
Like Ace. Well, I guess I should say Kentaro Hongo. Why did he create the Nonary Project?
I thought we covered that.
Anybody? Any ideas?
He wanted to get the whole, field going so that he could control the masses.
Why don't you ask him yourself?
Well, yeah, I guess I could.
He's still in the trunk, I assume?
Yeah, I was wondering what they did with him. See, the problem with, taking these 1 week at a time is I have to sit there and try to reconnect everything in my head. So I was like, okay, it was... Yeah, who went with who, and is Ace dead this time, and things like that, and I couldn't quite remember, so I wasn't bringing it up. Yeah, he is. Still tied up, I'm assuming, with his mouth taped shut. His eyes just look empty, no emotion. He looks like he's just given up. I wonder if he even cares what happens to him anymore.
Hey, were you listening to us?
Yeah, go ahead and try to pretend you weren't, you old bastard. Let's get that tape off your mouth.
Come on, I know you were. Answer me.
You could at least look at me when you talk, man.
I only wanted to see the faces. Human faces.
Oh, okay. So he wanted to use the morphogenetic field to be able to perceive through another's eyes to understand what a human face looked like.
I thought if I could gain the ability to access the morphic field set, then perhaps I could see faces. By peering into people's minds, you could understand how they were processing the expressions of others.
That's it?
Yeah, I gotta say, I mean, I kind of understand where he's coming from with that. But doing all this just for that is a little insane.
Yes, if you want to put it simply. But if you are looking for a more philosophical answer, I can supply that as well. You see, the human collective consciousness...
I think that's enough out of you, pal. Time for the tape to go back on.
All right, so what's your second question?
What is your quest?
You said there were some things you didn't get, didn't you?
Well, somebody's a little nosy. Ha! Little nosy. Ha ha ha! Art style joke.
Well, my next question doesn't really have anything to do with you two.
That might be a bit desperate.
This is for you, Seven. It's about the whole Alice thing.
Alice.
What's the deal with that?
Hi, Alice. I'm almost certain that you're Alice. I mean, if they're bringing in morphogenetic fields, then why not?
Well, see, 9 years ago, after I escaped from the Gigantic, I kept going after Hongo on my own. I'd catch him when he finally slipped up. During the course of my investigations, I learned a lot more about the Gigantic.
Fair enough.
I also found out about Daedon and Alice.
You're not really answering my question. Was there actually a girl who wouldn't melt at room temperature?
Indeed. Sounds like Hongo has something to say. Alright, fine, I'll let you talk, but you gotta behave.
What?
Alice doesn't exist. 9 years ago, I found Alice's coffin behind the library on the bottom deck. There was nothing in it but the root of a peculiar plant. My research determined that it was a member of the genus Madrigorum, of the family Solanaceae.
Yeah, that looks like a, mandrake root.
I was able to extract a particular alkaloid from it. I used that extract to create Soperin. Its creation was a tremendous boon to my firm, and we grew rapidly.
Shit, this is gonna go on forever. Tape's going back on, Hongo. The rest of my questions can wait a bit. For now, I think I'll just enjoy the ride. So, why was the plant there?
Here, this is for you.
What's this?
This is a for you doll. His name is Junpei.
This is the blood of my enemies. I harvested it for you. Jumpy pulled something out of his pocket and shoved out his arm toward me. In his hand was a doll made of yarn small enough to fit in his palm.
Jumpy, are you sure it's, for you, doll?
Huh? Yeah, the lady at the shop said so that means it's for you, right?
Are you sure it's not a voodoo doll?
Junpei. You and your crazy childish antics.
Wait, what? That's... Oh, man. Oh, man.
Well, it sure looks like a voodoo doll. I mean, you do know what a voodoo doll is used for, right?
Yeah, I guess calling it Junpei isn't a very good idea, then.
She can control you.
Why are you giving me this anyway? It just seems really sudden.
You know how after June, we aren't gonna get to see each other too much? I mean, we're gonna be in different schools, and I just thought I'd,
Oh, okay, well, how about we call it June then?
Aha.
Okay. So, I wanted to give you this.
You sound like some sort of tribal chief in a bad movie.
Yes. I, head of tribe. This doll, traditional charm of tribe.
He's quite charming. Aha.
So I give this. It me. So we always together.
Oh, Jumpy.
If something bad, then hold and pray. I go wherever you are.
Oh, this must be the gift that Junpei left her. Yeah, that makes sense.
So here, take.
I reached my hand out and picked up the doll gently.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jumpy.
Before I knew it, I was crying. Tears streamed down my face and fell onto June's tiny yarn body.
Oh, Jumpy. I'll never forget you.
I'll forget you, though.
I promise.
Jumpy looked straight into my eyes and said just 5 words. ...
I'll never forget you either.
There we go. The sky was a beautiful crimson red, not the tangerine orange yellow we have right now, as it melted down toward the horizon. The last golden rays of sunlight stretched out across the city and painted themselves across the hills. We sat bathed in the warm light of evening, just the two of us leaning gently against one another, shoulder to shoulder. The sun set and we still didn't leave. We watched in silence as the darkness deepened, and one by one the lights of the town began to flicker on. And we're in the desert. There's still one thing I don't get. To be honest, it's the biggest mystery as far as I'm concerned, and also the only one that's really important. It has to do with June and Akane. 9 years ago, she died in the incinerator on the Gigantic. But she's still alive now, as June. But how? Was it because I tapped into the Morphic field set and saved her 9 years ago? Alright, let's say that makes some kind of insane sense. Sure, why not? If I did that, then... how do I make sense of what Seven remembers? Snake makes sense, he's blind. He couldn't have seen her body anyway. But Seven, he said he was sure he saw it. Does that mean there's some kind of historical discrepancy? Or wait, maybe that's not it at all. There's one other logical explanation. What was what you told me the truth, Seven? You look satisfied. No way. Oh, Seven, you dick. He couldn't.
Hey, look! Over there! There's somebody next to the road.
Huh?
What?
Huh? Run him down! Run him down! Oh. The burning gaze of the Nevada sun pounded down on her head. The desert around her rippled with heat. Standing there on that shimmering plain was a woman, her arm out and her thumb up. It would not be long before Junpei realized who she was. They're ending it there? But that's Alice and the... what? Huh? What? But... okay. Lotus is her... okay. Don't forget your towel. I told them not to forget the towel. Achievement to lock. A sixth sense of what's coming. Yes, I would like to save. Oh, what? Oh. Okay, I managed to reach both ends. What was this again? I mean, I see the three left behind. Oh, right, because we wouldn't know how to unlock the coffin unless we had already done... Okay, we'll let this run. But we wouldn't have known how to unlock the coffin unless we'd already been down the other path where we discovered the note. So because we had done that and uncovered the note, we managed to unlock the coffin and go straight through to the real end. That's interesting. Okay. Well, I didn't quite mean to blast through those two endings at the same time. That was totally intentional. No, it wasn't. But I'll take it. A loud noise startled Junpei awake, and his eyes snapped open again. Huh. Okay. So, this would be an incredibly short vid if I stopped right now, so I think we can go to the flow here. And I'm going to go check out this particular little section. Just because that's a fairly important thing, and I wouldn't want to have the crux of my Bits and Bobs video being that. Because the Bits and Bobs is just going to be, random bits and bobs for anyone curious.
One, two, three, four. All right, 7 pieces.
Pieces of paper they'd folded up lay on the ground next to Junpei's legs. Everyone had written on paper pulled from... Why do I not remember this? Everyone had written on paper pulled from Junpei's notebook in an effort to pull together a blind vote.
Just double-checking, but everyone wrote their code name and a door number they want, right?
Yes, just like you told us earlier.
Can't believe we're voting here.
And this looks weird. Why had they decided to vote that way?
We need to make the whole thing fair, blah-de-blah. This is a complicated plan, you know. Hurry it up, Mr. I have a brilliant idea.
They decided it wasn't fair to simply ask everyone at once. How to allow people to force others to go through certain doors.
Yeah, quiet in the peanut gallery.
And he had a plan. It wasn't a plan he wanted anyone catching wind of, however, so he did his best to act calm as he began to open and read the pieces of paper. Seriously, this looks weird.
Alright, let's open these up. The first one says, Ace requests door 1.
Yes, I do. Would you like me to explain why?
Shouldn't this be like a text box thing? Oh. Okay. So, now that I've completed the game, I understand what's going on with the adventure screen and the novel screen. So it looks like the novel screen has, background information, and it's written more like a novel. So if I were to play through it with that, A, there'd be a lot more for me to narrate, and B, there might be more interesting and perhaps funny elements to it as well. Well, I don't think I will go back and play it through fully again. Because this is a blind long play let's play, and not a blind long play let's play double play, which isn't necessarily blind anymore on the second playthrough. Yeah. For one thing, that would be way too long to put in a YouTube title. So, however, I could be wrong. You all could really want this. So, tell you what. You've been with me long enough, hopefully. And you made it to this video. If you would like me to go through and play it all through again on novel mode, and narrating and talking about all the various little novel bits that I apparently missed, let me know in the comments. I probably won't do it anytime particularly soon, but yeah, if there's enough people that seem really interested in it, then yeah, I could probably do it later in the future. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and continue on with this.
No, we don't have time for that. Sorry. Let's keep going. Next is Santa. He wants to... Yeah, that's what Clover wants.
Okay.
Wait a minute. There is no way I'm going.
Yeah, I do
No,
remember
there'd
all
be
this
no-
now.
But
Just give it up. It's not like
I am not.
barely.
So.
Maybe. Nobody wants to have.
Oh, I'm gonna kill.
Rawr. Oh, not
Oh,
good.
not good.
Ah. Oh, not whoa. I remember the not good.
Let go! Let go of me! I'm killing him.
Junpei.
Right. June wants...
Yes.
June 1-6.
So this... Ace and...
Don't
Seven
want
and Lotus
this
requested
one.
door 2. Santa and June requested door 6.
I want
Then the door I should choose
2.
is...
Because this is the way that we can get a new section of story.
Okay, the last one is mine. I want to go through...
Door 2.
My choice is door 2.
Hey, wait a minute there. You cheating?
Cheating?
Of course not. I don't have 3 pieces of paper in my pocket.
I'm asking if you changed your number after you heard what doors we wanted.
How could I do that? I wrote it down on the paper earlier.
Let me see that.
Sure, here. I had 3 pieces of paper ready, and I put the one with door 6 on it into the pot. I just needed to make sure I drew last. After I saw everyone else's result, I just chose whatever door I wanted. If the number I'd already put in matched, then I didn't have to switch the paper out. Well, what does it say?
You got lucky.
All right. So we know who's going through door 2. It'll be me, Lotus, and Junpei. The only problem's the other 2 teams.
June and I want door 6.
Clover and I choose door 1.
That's not good. We can't open either of those doors with only 2 people.
Sucks to be you. Bah. Huh?
Why don't Santa and June go into door 1 with Ace? Huh?
Well,
Then what will you do, Clover?
I'll be waiting at the stairs.
Oh, she's not even going anywhere. That's interesting.
You guys are coming back here, right? That's what 7 was saying, wasn't it?
We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. That's how the notary game works.
I'm sorry, but I just want to be by myself for a while. You understand, right?
No, because your brother's not dead. Oh, wait, you don't know that. Crotch
all right.
Ninja.
I'm going through door 1. That all right with you, June?
Yes.
Well, we'll be going then.
Bum-ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum.
Let's move 2.
Yeah,
Right. Let's go.
I won't see June for a while, but
That's interesting, because then if Clover never entered door 1, then... Oh yeah, I guess it still works, because it's just a whole bunch of people ended up dead on the stairs for this route. Never mind.
this was my choice. I'm just going to have to suck it up. 7 said we'd all see each other again, and I'm going to believe that. The other group went to A deck to go through door 1. Clover joined them. Our group is on our way too. We're heading to the bottom deck using the elevators.
Woo!
I wonder what we'll find down there.
A submarine. Why is there a submarine in the Nevada desert? Come to think of it.
We ready?
No.
Yeah, anytime.
Okay.
I'll go first. Let's go!
Where the hell is it this time?
I don't see it!
Oh, there it is! It's right there!
Whee!
It stopped.
Yeah, it stopped.
Man, I'll never get used to that.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to.
Hey, we can't end this series without one more use of that joke.
We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
Damn right.
Alright. This hallway's pretty short, but it's got 5 doors. 3 on the left, and only 1 on the right.
Don't forget the last one at the end of the hall.
But it's got a metal plate over it, so I doubt we're gonna get anywhere that way.
Alright, let's get started. I think we'd probably better split up. You two okay with that?
Yes, no problem.
Sure thing.
Then I'll take this first one.
I'll try the one next to it.
And I'm just going to check the flow here, but I'm pretty sure...
I guess I'd better get started too.
Nope, we're still in this. Okay. Seek a way out. I'll seek a way out. I'll seek a way out by going to the flow. So now we're definitely in the section. Okay. And we've officially unlocked nothing. Okay. Alright, well, still a pretty short video, but I'm actually just going to talk about it for a while, because, I mean, I made it this far, so might as well give some kind of final thoughts on it. Like I said, I'll still go ahead and do a bits and bobs video, going through, trying different options. I mean, obviously, you're just going to get slightly different conversation for the vast majority of them, but it's worth checking. And then, perhaps before then, perhaps after then, I'll probably be starting the next one. I did get the Nonary Games package in Steam, so I will be going on to, I believe it's called Virtue's Last Reward, because why not? I might be taking a slight break in between 999 and Virtue's Last Reward, just to, you know, well, honestly, just to take a break. Catch up on some things I've been doing that recording has been, you know, taking precedence on. Spend time with people out in the world. Maybe go to another escape room, who knows. But, anyway, like I was saying, final thoughts. Hold on, I'm gonna... Maybe I'll just save it. And that'll get me back to the title screen. Cool. Because I believe... yeah, it's nice and quiet. But still kind of visually interesting. So... first off, the story. I liked it once it finally really showed up. There was a bit there was a while at the beginning where it was just very, I mean, to me it felt very story light, or I guess more main plot light. Yeah, it's not necessarily bad. I mean, the characters were plenty engaging, but there was a while there where I was like, okay, so what's going on? And I get that that's a perfectly legitimate story style. but I still would have liked a little bit more. But once it actually got going, we started learning a lot more about, what happened in the past, Cradle Pharmaceuticals, all that. It became really engaging, and it became much more about solving the overarching mystery as opposed to just solving how to escape the particular room. As far as the gameplay aspects, the puzzles, I liked them. They were good. Most of them were fairly simple. Some of the ones that... What? Why do I know? Why? Why do I know these things? Where am I? What the hell happened? You have been chosen as mine? Is this... Seek a way out, always. Now it is time. Let our game begin. Is that the same title sequence that they showed us after we beat the game that one time? I think it was. Anyway, let's go ahead and put it to maybe options. Nope, not options. Okay, I'll just click it away if it shows up again. So, I can delete save data. That'd be nice. That way I could see how that one ending goes if you haven't gone through that one area. But I'd have to go through all of the white first. Yeah. So that will definitely be included in the bits and bobs, because I'm not willing to click through it, even if I would just edit it out. So, where was I? Oh, right. The puzzles. The gameplay. Like I said, I found them fun, engaging. A lot of them, for me at least, seemed too simple. Oh, okay. They were challenging enough to be fun, but I didn't really feel particularly stretched by any of them. There weren't enough times where I really just went, what am I doing? How can I solve this? And it's good, and I like it, and it's good for the, casual puzzle enthusiast. I tend to be on the more hardcore edge of puzzle enthusiasm, as I've been told. But now there were some, click through that. There were some that outright challenged me. Sliding box puzzles, the Pushmaster 5000 or 9000, whatever it was. I think it was the 5000. I hate push puzzles, but I do enjoy them because they frustrate me enough without pushing me too far. The Sudoku puzzle, also with the Pushmaster 5000. Very frustrating that time that I didn't have it just apparently miraculously off the bat, or off the first. Whatever the phrase is. That was challenging. I'm still not entirely sure how I solved the click button puzzle in the last room. Or not the last room, but the coffin room. Coffin junk room, whatever you want to call it. I've actually thought about it later, offline. Well, off recording. I think it might have been I had to just click the buttons that on the original first draft said, don't calculate these boxes. But I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to test that when I do the bits and bobs. But yeah, it was fun and it was interesting. All of them were. I am always going to berate myself over the casino puzzle, the one with the diamonds, hearts, clubs, and you gotta push them in the right order, considering the clue was right fricking there. I'm going to hate myself for that, but I've learned. I have found a blind spot in my puzzle-solving capabilities, and if anything ever comes across again like that, I will, hopefully, not have that issue again. Now, I do, of course, as I'm sure you all know, have to mention one particular puzzle. The electric chair puzzle. Over the dead shark thing. I really understand now why this game was originally DS, because I imagine in the DS version it just had that image of like, here's what you want it all mapped out in the top screen, which would have made it for a much easier puzzle. But when you transport it to this type of game, I really think you should have some kind of inclusion somewhere of that without needing to click the hint button. Because there are people like me who would just, and do, hate themselves for having to click the hint button when it comes to a puzzle. Especially in a game where most of the puzzles that we've been solving, we just kind of blow through. It feels like personal failure. So, the fact that it was kind of necessary for that, unless I just kind of sat there and trial and errored my way through it, that irks me. And it's a limitation of the design. I don't know particularly how they would have fixed it. And it's just something that happened when they ported it over from DS. I get that. But still, that irked me. What else? At the time of recording this, I have seen a comment on one of my previous videos saying that yes, Clover is apparently canonically 18. That makes me feel better. Not necessarily good, because I think she has the face of a 6-year-old, the torso of a 12-year-old, and the legs of a 21-year-old. But, so, I still am not entirely sure about the whole 18-ness of her. But the fact that they at least say that she's 18 somewhere, maybe I guess it's in the manual of the original game, maybe they have little bios, I don't know. That makes me feel a little bit better about some of the particular art they had her posing in. And the, some of the discussions, like the reaming. I'm still remembering that, because it was fairly recently, and that was hilarious. It just came out of nowhere. It's an exciting field. So, got the gameplay, got the characters. I am excited for Virtue's Last Reward. I'm excited to see where they go with this. I don't know whether... I mean, I know nothing about Virtue's Last Reward other than it's somehow tied into the Nonary games because it's part of the package. So, if it's a continuation of the story, I would love to see it. Because, I mean, if it's a straight-up continuation, we get to see whether or not it is in fact Alice on the side of the road, as is implied. Yeah. So, as we click away one more time. Now that I've rambled a bit, I think I've got it a pretty decent length video. And I do have to say that I'm glad that I did this. I'm glad that I chose this game. Thank you to all who may be watching and who are of the contingent that recommended it to me and supported the idea that I go ahead and try to do a Let's Play. I've still got the Bits and Bobs video to do. That may take a few weeks just because I'll be having to go through the entire game and just record little chunks as I find new things. So if it's not out in a week, week and a half like I usually do, don't hate me. Anything else? No? I can't think of anything. If I think of anything else, I'll go and put it in the Bits and Bobs video. So, yes. I guess until then, or until Virtue's Last Reward, whichever comes first, I will be signing off. First, I have to do the proper sign-off, I suppose, with this, the 20th video. So, if you like what I'm doing, if you're excited to see me look away from this and play Virtue's Last Reward, let me know in the comments if there are any suggestions you have on how I can make these better. Anything in particular, if you know anything about the Steam version of Virtue's Last Reward and know of any settings I should particularly put it to in order to enhance the playthrough, as long as you can do it in a non-spoiler fashion, please feel free to put in the comments below. I suppose at this point, feel free to talk about 999 spoilers in the comments below. Rot 13 no longer needed. I can finally quit copying and pasting that down there. Feel free to like and subscribe if you do in fact like it and wish to subscribe. And yeah, I think that's it. Sorry, I'm just a little bit shocked that I'm essentially done. Wow. Alright, so again, until the Bits and Bobs video, or until Virtue's Last Reward, I'll see you all next time. Daedon out.